Okay. So, let's start again for the sample problem number 4. Referring to the figure, determine 1, the rectangular representation of the position vector A, and 2, the angles between A and each of the positive coordinate axis. So, lalagay natin sa vector form yung dalawa. Yung first, yung position vector A natin na 12 meters, ano? Okay. Yung angle dito na ibinigay, okay, so dalawa, no? Una, yung segment OA, okay, so itong segment OA, actually, sabi ko nga, yung isang force, para siyang, we could represent that as parang palaging diagonal ng isang rectangular parallelepiped. Okay? So, gawin natin yon. So, let's try to have it this way. Kunin natin yung rectangular parallelepiped. Okay? So, ayan, meron ka doon. Okay. And then also this one, we could have it this way. And then, okay, of course, we will be having here, okay. Yep. Okay, so para siyang nakaganan, ano? And then, kung mapapansin nyo, yung 12 na yon, meron siyang, pag kinat natin yung ating rectangular parallelepiped dun sa pinaka-gitna niya, okay, ito yung mafo-form natin. Okay? So, if you will see that one. Okay? So, kumbaga, what we will have is, meron ako ditong parang isa pa. Para akong may nakaganyan. Okay? Kumbaga, siya yung kalahati nung pinaka-cube natin, nung natin, section natin. Okay. Okay? Tapos, dun located yung ating force. Okay? Ngayon, yung 30 degrees na binigay doon, okay? So, if I'm going to look at the section, no? So, kunin ko yung section na yan. Okay. Para lang siyang isang rectangle. Okay. Lagyan natin, this is O, and then this is A, no? Lagyan natin ng B, and then C, para mas makita natin. Okay, so kung titingnan ko siya on that view, what you call that is the auxiliary view. So, para lang siyang nakaganto. Alright. Okay? And then, ito yung pinaka-force natin. Oops, ibang kulay. So, yun yung pinaka-force natin. Yun yung 12 meters. Okay? And then, ito yung point O, ito yung point A, ito yung point B, and then ito yung point C. Ito yun. So, we have here the point B, and then we have here the point C. So, parang ganun lang siya, no? So, yung binibigay niyang 30 degrees is actually from the segment OB hanggang dun sa segment OA. So, ito yun. Okay, so, ito yung ating 30 degrees. Okay? Gamit to, sabi ko before, kung meron kang isang vector na kung saan it represents the diagonal of the parallelepiped, yung size ng parallelepiped na yon in any dimension parallel to that axis, iyon na kagad yung kanyang component. Okay? So, in short, itong OB, okay, yung segment OB ko, iyon na kagad yung aking tawagin nating vector sa OB. Okay? So, sabihin na natin, position vector kasi siya. So, sige, tawagin natin siyang P. So, yung P natin, okay, we will be having here as 12 meters. Yung kanyang component, tawagin ko siyang PZ. Okay? So, meron ka kagad, that is actually your OB. Okay? That is actually your segment OB. Kung gamit tong triangle na to, okay, gamit yung triangle ng OAB. So, using triangle OAB, okay, we can now say that the segment OB, okay, is equals to OA, that is the segment OA, and then we will be having here cosine of 30 degrees. And then the segment OB is now equal to, we will be having here 12, and then cosine of 30 degrees. Okay? So, you have now the OB. And actually, ito na yung ating PZ. Okay? So, 12 cosine of 30. So, that's around 10.39 meters. Okay? So, kailangan lang natin kasi makuha natin yung yung kanyang tatlong components, ano? So, si X, si Y, and then si Z. Okay. Since meron na tayong Z, what could I say, or what I could get for this time is this segment. Okay? So, I will be having here segment OC. Okay? So, for the segment OC, that's just equals to 12. Instead, that would be now equal to sine of 30. Okay? So, that is 12 sine of 30, and that's around 6 meters. Okay? Ito yon dito sa pinaka-drawing natin, ito yung ating OC. Okay? Nakaganon siya. Now, tingnan naman natin, kumbaga, itong triangle OC, magbibigay ulit ako ng letter pala. So, meron tayong A, B, C. I will call it as point D. I will call this as point E. Okay? Titingnan ko ngayon sa top view, ano? So, titingnan ko sa top view. So, ito yung ating top view. So, ito yung magiging y-axis ko. And then, ito yung magiging x-axis ko. Okay? Sa top view, ito yung point O. Okay? And then, ito yung aking okay? So, ito yung aking point C. Okay? Ito yung aking point C. Ito yung aking point E. And then, ito yung aking point D. Okay? And then, ito naman yung aking OC. Oops. Ito naman yung aking OC. So, yung OC ko na yun, that's around 6 meters. Okay? Yung 40 degrees na ibinigay sa given, that is actually from the line OD papunta dun sa line OC. So, it means ito po yung ating 40 degrees. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, yung size ng parallelepiped na parallel, this is actually your OD. This is also your P sub X. Okay? And then this side na parallel naman dun sa ating Y, and that is your P Y. And that is actually the segment OD and then the segment DC. Okay? So now we can have it the PX. Okay? And that is just the segment OD. So that's 6 cosine of 40 degrees. So we will be having here 6 cosine of 40, and that's 4.60. And then your PY is actually the segment DC, and that's 6 sine of 40 degrees. So 6 sine of 40, and that's 3.86 meters. Okay? Now, meron na akong X, Y, and Z component. I could say that my position vector. Okay? So, I will have it position vector P, and that's equals to my PXI plus PYJ plus PZ and then K. Okay? Take note. Tingnan natin yung mga arrow, ano? So, since yung X natin, okay, is going positive dun sa X-axis, o kaya papunta pa. Kasi kapag pabalik yan, magiging negative, ano? So, we will be having here as also positive. So, that's 4.6i. And then yung Y natin, again, papunta rin siya sa positive Y-axis. So, positive din siya. So, we will be having here 3.86 of J. And then yung ating PZ is pataas din naman, which is on the positive Z-axis. So, lalagyan din natin siya ng positive. So, plus, we will be having here 10.39K. Okay? So, this is now your P. Now, to check yan, syempre, tingnan nyo yung pinaka-SRSS natin, ano? So, yung value ng P, so that's check. Dapat yan equal, of course. So, 4.6 squared plus 3.86 squared plus 10.39 squared. Okay? So, dapat yan, yung maging magnitude niya is of course equal to 12. 4.6 squared plus 3.86 squared plus 10.39 squared. Okay? So it should be 12. So correct. Now, this is now the letter A, which is the position vector. Now, the angles between A and each of the positive. Nasa na yung mga hinahanap na yun? So, ito yun na yung ating directional angles. Ano? So, mula dun sa X, papunta dun sa force, tawagin natin yung theta X. And then, mula dun sa Y, papunta dun sa force, tatawagin natin yung theta Y. And then, mula dito, okay, actually, yung ating, ito na kagad, no? So, sure naman tayo dyan, yun na yung ating theta Z. Okay, bakit? Kasi nakadikit na siya sa z-axis at nakadikit na siya dun sa pinaka-force natin. So, sabi natin yung directional cosines natin or angles natin, yun yung nakadikit from the positive axis papunta dun sa force. Okay, so dapat positive axis ano. So, let's try how to solve for that. Sabi natin, to solve for the theta x, that is just equal to, ano yun? Diba? From the, kung natatandaan nyo, sabi natin, para makuha natin si p sub x, so we will be having here p cosine of theta x. So, palaging ganyan yung formula, no? So, in short, to solve for the theta x, so that would be cosine negative 1 or arc cosine and then px all over p. Okay? So, yung px, dapat isasama nyo palagi yung sign, no? Kung negative dito, dapat negative din siya doon. Okay? Anyway, yung p natin, yung pinaka-resultant natin, palagi naman yung positive. So, ito yung magde-determine. Ibig sabihin kasi, kapag nag-negative yan, okay, pag nag-negative yung ating component, ibig sabihin, nasa negative component siya ng ating axis, magkakaroon siya ng obtuse angle. So, hanggat positive yung mga ano natin, components natin, positive, magiging acute angle lang yung ating mga thetas. Okay, so let's try. So, theta x, cosine raised to negative 1. Ang px ko is 4.6 at ang p ko is 12. Okay? So, we will be having here theta x, r cosine of 4.6 all over 12. So, you will be having here 67.46 degrees. Again, positive acute angle. Okay? So, again, we have here theta y. Okay, baka... So, we will be having theta y equals to cosine negative 1. So, we have 3.86 all over 12. And you will be having here theta y. So, cosine 3.86. So, that is 71.24 degrees. And then, lastly, you will be having here theta z. So, that is cosine negative 1, 10.39 all over 12. Okay? So, we will be having here theta z. And that is around 10.39, 30.02. Okay. 02 squared. Squared degrees. Okay? So, eto na yung tatlong directional. Sir, paano naman natin ma-check kung safe or kung safe? Paano natin masasabi kung tama, no? So, what we will do is parang relation ng Pythagorean. Okay, using the Pythagorean relation. So, Pythagorean relation. Okay, relation. So, it means for unity, it would become equal to cosine of, okay, we will be having here cosine squared theta x plus we will be having here cosine squared of theta y plus cosine squared of theta z. Okay, so using the Pythagorean relations, i-check natin. Okay, is 1 is equal. So, we will be having here cosine squared 67.46 plus cosine squared 71.24 plus cosine squared 30.02. Okay? So, check natin kung 1 ba talaga sila. So, cosine of 67.46 squared plus cosine of 71.24 squared plus cosine of 30.02 squared. Okay? And they should be equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin kung 1 sila, so tama, no? So, tama yung ating relation. Again, you may use this relation. Okay? This relationship is applicable for the directional angles of a vector. Okay? So, that's it for the problem number 4.